much props even on the lyrics. We gotta be intentional about Givenchy. This era is Givenchy.
Excellence.
Ghetto Runways, stupid.
Yo, tune in.
And so but that line was so and we know Hov don't write, so that just came like that.
Exactly.
So it was hard. Come to God song, Fuck Your Fresh wasn't gonna switch to Givenchy, fuck your, It just didn't sound right. So we kept it naturally what the genius brought.
Yeah.
But Ye so intentional, things like that, he wanted to alter, because he was like, man, we gotta be so intentional with the messaging.
Yeah.
That it's Givenchy everything.
Man, bro.
I mean, like, I'm telling you, so like that. I mean, I remember going into RCP like, nope. And look, Joe, give me that T-shirt.
I loved it because we hit him with the high-low.
No,
it was
it was perfect because
the era was Givenchy. Then you could get the merch if that was still the same inspiration, same nod. You know what I'm saying?
Even Ella, it was topped off by Just Don.
Yes.
And that's how we started the brand.
The hat, bro, was a part of the uniform. You needed with the Givenchy tee.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The mic, it was just a uniform. And your hat was just as important as every other layer because it was just like, man, I need a Don.
At $450 a pop.
450 a pop.
400.
It was
whatever.
400 a pop.
400 a pop.
It was 400 a pop. It meant something, bro. It was just like, damn, you got
Man,
a Don
I just
on,
knew
bro.
I knew that was gonna connect to Chicago, man.
Did you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it been moments like, come on, man, the $150s is the 80s.
Yeah.
So not till 2011, that's a long period of time. But I just think it was at the moment where the time in a culture, it came it was just the right time.
Yeah.
I don't even think I could launch the hat now today. That moment was the time when people was ready.
Time was
Like
just right.
that was
Bro,
time was ready.
I got photos. Shout out to Lenny S. Lenny S was shooting a lot of photos around that time for y'all. I got 4 pictures in my crib that's all throne shit. Like Ye and Hov. I'm sure you was right there at the Mercer Hotel. You know what I'm saying? I got the photo, bro. I got all this shit at the crib from Lenny S. So shout out to Lenny, but
Lenny.
it's just that throne era, bro. Like it's just flawless, man. Like I remember seeing you somewhere, and I'm like, damn, I got my Givenchy shit on. They don't look like Don shit. And it's like
we had special versions of
Right.
I'm like,
I
bro,
still got like Jay-Z issued Watch the Throne Givenchy shirts and stuff. Because you know they never made the joints with Ye and Jay and
both
the
of them,
Animals
and you had the
and
joint.
then the stars
Yeah, I
and then
remember
the one
that
that say
joint.
Jay-Z,
Right.
KW.
Yeah.
But let me tell you how intentional I was when I'm like, I did it wrong. Throw that shit in the garbage. I'll buy one. Like, nah, I should have got it bigger. I'm just telling you, like, how intentional I'm being. I'm like,
had to be
my shit
sized
ain't
right.
swinging like Don shit.
Now, actually, remember, I think it was 2 cuts. Because
Yeah, they
It was
did.
2
They had-
cuts.
They had regular
That's
ones.
right.
Because I had the oversized.
What did
and
I
then
just
had
say,
the
bro? I
regular
just
one,
bought.
right.
I would buy it
Okay,
wrong.
right,
Like
yeah.
They
it
had
needs
the
to
same
go-
piece,
it needs
2 different cuts.
oversized. That's why I'm like,
But I'm
oh
like,
shit,
man.
that's a student. I'm
Yeah.
looking like, damn, why my shit ain't swinging like a jersey?
Yeah, I'm
you
like,
know what I'm saying? I see
man.
Don shit, this shit laid. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers
So
was cold.
nah, it's this
man.
illest shit.
They
And
was
even
cold.
with Pusha, I don't know if you got a chance to see the last
Of
episode.
course, man. I couldn't believe it, man, to be even mentioned
Nah,
by
Shout out Pusha, man. Pusha said
By
it
that legend.
here and said it that he got his fresh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to go at Don. I got to see what Don on. And it just was so funny to us because Pusha didn't catch Twin. He was like, man, imagine feeling like that for 20 or 30 years.
Yeah,
bro.
like that's,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Man,
You
but
knew.
we keep each other sharp.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I never had that conversation with Pusha.
Yeah.
That's what when he came in, it was like, okay, what'd he do? Because I love Pusha T, one of the gods, because it's street elegance.
Absolutely.
And so that's just, to me, that's
Illest mixture. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, no
Project
doubt.
Mayhem, shout out too. They came
Yeah,
with
no
the verbal explanation of it, calling it drug dealer chic.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is,
was-
bro. That's what we've been on forever.
And-
Because we was inspired by the drug dealer.
That's the
And
thesis.
I tell people all the time, man. I tell people all the time this about you, right? and you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Kwame, man.
My
R.I.P.
dog.
Kwame. But I would always see the Diamante. He had a Diamante first.
I'll be in Rockwell.
In Rockwell, down the street. We lived down the street from Rockwell. We was on Wilcox on the other side of the.
They gave me a pass
the
at
train
Rockwell.
tracks.
Thank you. Shout out to Rockwell 340, 2417
Yes,
buildings.
them the
you know.
buildings. So every time we walk in, I'm like, what the fuck Don Carr doing over here?
Even when I got the Benz, they
Yeah.
gave me a pass.
Yeah.
They had shootouts, and they'd be like, "Man, tell John C to move his car. We about to have a shootout later."
No, it was real.
That's the era, man. How you can't love the
Right.
D-boys, man.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
just
So
makes
that's why I
sense.
know.
Yeah.
I'm like, whenever I see, I'm like, no.
The Diamante. You probably
authenticity-
invented the Diamante.
I'm like the
forgot about that.
authentic shit, because I'm like, no, Don was there for that, because he was right down the street. He was on my block.
Yeah.
I'm like, he was there with the Diamante. I'm like, no, he a part of that, and he had Bird. He had a lot of hood guys.
the guys.
A lot of guys, man.
Yeah.
But just to bring it to that, you know,
And
like,
I appreciate the guys in the heavies, because I want to say if it wasn't for the heavies, you couldn't do nothing.
nothing.
So I appreciate the heavies
Yeah.
rocking with me
Yeah.
always, and that's why I play all the heavies number respect. You know what I'm saying?
and they pay
And
you too.
they inspired this.
Yeah.
Whatever I do, and I try to pass on that inspiration to whoever looking at me.
Nah.
It's a lot of the principles and the way all the bigs and the heavies get down. That's what I try to put into the shorties that I try to encourage.
No, it's I feel like it's reciprocated, because when that era of your hats hit, all the heavies had your hats.
Every heavy.
You know what I'm saying? We'd be in, I don't know, I'm bad with the clubs. I want to say it wasn't biology. I forgot
Nah,
where it
this
was.
later.
It was.
No,
It was. No, I'm gonna tell you.
later.
No.
Yeah, it was later.
No. It was more so like the lumens and all that shit.
Yeah,
That's when
okay.
we was on that.
Yeah, Luminary.
Excuse
yeah,
me. But that's when you would see a nigga who chilling in the corner, and you like, oh, he chilling. He ain't got no J on. He chilling white tee, but he got that Don to the back. And that's how you knew they really respected you, because it even got to the point
I didn't
the way
know
you
it was-
had to wear your hat. We all wore the hat the same way that Don was like, no, you got to throw that to the back,
Just
bro.
throw it
Like,
on
oh,
to
you
the
don't even know
back,
what you're
bro.
doing, bro.
Just throw it on to the back.
That was just the shit,
Yeah,
bro.
it kind of, man. I was impressed one night. There was a young lady I met, and she was like, I told her, I was like, something, and I was like, oh, my name Don C. She was like, oh, man. She was like, you Don C? And she was like, man, I work at the strip club. That's how we know when niggas got money, when they got a Don C.
I just said, bro,
And
it
was
used
like,
to be there.
And I was like, what? I was like, oh, okay, I became a verb, or what you call that?
Real shit.
Yeah.
Man, I was honored. So, like the fact that the movement can rotate and people, you know, I love that about street culture, man.
Yeah.
It's like an underground, undersaid thing. And if
Facts.
you get it, you
Yeah.
get it, and you know it, and
Yeah.
it's part of the code.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
just to fast forward even with what you're doing now, man, and to see you in Paris, and even when before a people's gallery and fits by the street, fits from the street, whatever.
Yeah.
Just that you stay doing what you do, bro. Like you don't change. Like it's the freshest
That's so
shit in the
funny. I
world.
tell people that all the time. People like, man, your outfit. I say, bro, I've been dressing the same since like high school. I was like,
Like it's just, but it's ill because it ain't about what you got on, it's how you wear it.
It's how you
You know
wear
what I'm
it,
saying?
man.
And that's just always been. This
it
is
makes
what I
me
learned
feel
early.
different to
Yeah.
always have an element from sport.
Yeah.
Because even when first time I did the hats, first time anybody ever saw a Just Don hat was Ye. Shout out to Ye at that CFDA Awards when he jumped out the Maybach and had on the Celine with the slippers and the Just
And the
Don
Just Don,
broke
bro.
off.
Yeah. Remember that
And
shit.
I remember Anna went to her and was like, oh my God, what is this? And he was like, a Bulls hat. He was like, you know, my boy did this. He was like, like what you talking about?
Anna
And
Wintour.
so,
The culture.
Anna Wintour.
The culture.
and so it's like, yo, this man, you know, he lived and breathed and embodied everything what it is at that time. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So for him to endorse it, I think gave it an automatic shout that you can't even imagine.
Absolutely.
Then at the time, like I said, I'm A&R in the Washington. So right after that, Hove like, yo, man, I need a Yankee one or something. What's up with this hat Yankee wearing? And I was like, oh, I got so cooked up. But like I said all the time, I never want to do what's expected or whatever. So that's why I was so happy when I'm privy to information when Jay was like, yeah, I'm buying into a ball club. Because I was a year before the Nets
Right.
came.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I'm about to be an owner in the Nets. And I was like, word? Man, let me go to the league and be like, can I do the Brooklyn Nets hat? Because I just was like, man, how can I do something different?
Yeah.
So I was happy to that. First time you saw a Brooklyn Nets hat, that was that Just Don on Hove head.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I remember a video of you painting one of them.
man, I had to do that at night because I could. Hove wanted to wear Yankees
Right.
on the show because he
Yeah.
wanted that NY.
Right.
And so at the time, I know this sounds crazy, you could always find a navy and white Yankees,
Yeah.
but you could never find a black and
and
white
white.
Yankees.
Right.
But you could always find a
Black
all
on black.
black.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I had to just buy all black Yankees,
Yeah.
and then I would paint the NY. And it's funny because I would tell people man, I'll be like, man, but people saw that. People like, yo, bro, you be painting these hats? It's like, man, look how, because I was like, you see how steady that got to be to
Yeah,
paint that, how
100%.
tedious that paint
Yeah.
that NY every night white. And this is paint, so if
Yeah.
I mess up, it's messed
over.
up.
Yeah.
And so I was like, man, bro, I was like, don't tell nobody I paint this. Because I was like, I just don't want people to know
Yeah, they know.
that it ain't, because
Yeah.
then niggas gonna be looking like, oh man, that's
but-
paint on there.
Speaking of okay, so so before we get to Virgil, right?
My man.
I always had this question. So when it comes to something dope, right? Or trends or whatever it is, right? Because you just talked about how Anna Wintour saw that hat on Ye and was like, oh my God, what's that, right? What's the fine line between something just being super dope or you just being that person that no matter whatever it is you doing, they fucking with it?
Well, it kind of aligns. If you that guy and everything you do, you're gonna innately align with the dopest stuff too.
Okay.
So I think like oil and water don't mix,
Right.
but oil and oil blend. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Coconut and avocado could get down. So I just feel like if you part of what it is, it's gonna blend, I guess. I don't even know if I explained that properly. I don't know if
But I got what you're
verbally
saying.
expressed
You know
how
what I'm
my
saying?
brain seeing that. Man, Ye is that dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we can't take that away from him. So, yes, some things he can just put on and people
Mm-hmm.
gonna honor, but also he's gonna be attracted to things that are top
Exactly.
level. He's gonna be attracted to whatever rises to the top because he's at the top looking.
Hey, because so I was explaining this to some guys right at the gig, right?
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, do me a favor. Just look around. I was like, where are we standing? They was like, in the Givenchy boutique. I was like, okay. And I'm like, what's next door to us? It was like the Celine boutique. And I was like, okay, what's over there? They was like the Off-White boutique. I said, that's Kanye West, man.
Yeah.
I said, all that is Kanye West. I said, Celine wasn't making men clothes when you know what I'm saying, when Ye wore that shirt. They were not. When he wore the Balmain jeans, we know what happened. You know what I'm saying? And Givenchy, they didn't have men's boutiques like this.
Kanye
was
was
just it.
curating our closets for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just saying like, hey, this the best. I want y'all to be up on this. This the best. It's just education. It's just sharing the knowledge.
Yeah.
So thank you, Ye, for sharing the knowledge, bro.
No, hey, bro.
And making them hits, because them hits is what keep people ears open and they know you that dude. So
I took a lot for the comment I made and said, when Ye stopped dressing the norm shit, the Barney's clothes. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how I felt.
Hey man,
Because
listen.
I felt like that was the reason that we really was in there. It was all your shit was in there. You know what I'm saying? Jerry shit, Virgil, everybody. You know what I'm saying?
and at the end of the day, Ye ain't no slave.
Yeah.
So he realized that, which is why he moves how he moves.
Yeah,
Because he ain't no slave.
that's it.
Like, bro, if I know I control all this, why I'm like some people, I wish other people in their lane would take that from me.
Absolutely.
Everybody not leaders, man. Everybody not innovators. A lot of motherfuckers just happy to be there.
Well,
It's a lot of people though, the top person in their industry, but don't own nothing in that industry. To me, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
so what was my comment left when I said
No,
that
it
shit?
was absolutely right.
Thank you, brother. Because I've been saying that
Absolutely.
shit for years.
was
It's never been
absolutely
said. I
At the
said,
end of the day-
Ye stop in
At
Barney's
the end of the
clothes.
day, the people that make all this money off of fashion, they should have gave a piece of it to Ye. They would have been sitting better than they are today if they would have done that.
Because the motherfucker finally got tired and said, I'm gonna just wear my
And
own
so,
clothes.
but we got to remember, Ye he that spoiled 3-year-old that he realized I'm cold, I'm this. Y'all don't want to play fair?
Cool.
Okay.
Get my ball back.
Give my ball. I'm going home. Give my ball.
No doubt, man. That's why I love this shit.
Give my ball.
I've been wanting to ask you that question, bro,
Give my
for so
ball.
many
I'm
years,
going
bro.
home.
Because I swear to God, nobody has never said that. I've never heard it. I mean, we can say whatever, but it was something that I saw this shit. I've been saying this shit when Ye stopped dressing Barney's clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's all, like I said, it's all y'all.
The whole game was unfun, man.
Yeah.
The whole game. And the powers that be played us against him. Because
No,
what
they
they'll
did.
do, though, they'll be like, oh, Just Don, we want you to do this. And knowing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just ain't making our front seem united. But also at the end of the day, experience and hindsight is everything.
Yeah.
We would do it different if we could do it over.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's hard. It's hard when you got a Nike saying, okay, cool. All right, Ye left, but Don, listen, man, I'm finna help you take care of your family. Jerry, I'm finna help you take care of your family. Virgil, I'm finna help you take
But
care
at
of
the
your
end of the
family.
day, they playing a game.
Of course they playing
And
the
Ye
game.
knew that.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that Ye my man, so he would communicate. Like Ye would be like, I see what they on. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
He was like, I ain't gonna shut it down because they got my niggas over there. So like I can't burn it down.
Yeah, yeah.
But you see that he get frustrated to the point where I'm gonna just burn my
Yeah.
shit down. since y'all got
Right,
me where I
right,
can't
right.
be me all the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
You know, but that's just somebody that really cared, man. That man's so passionate about everything
Yeah.
and a true creative
Yeah.
to the core sense of the word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
That he don't wanna even not at all compromise his creativity.
Yeah.
And I honor that.
Yeah.
So look, right? So we get.
I actually think we gotta protect that more.
No, we got to.
I
Agree.
think that's what I be
Totally
telling
agree.
everybody. When everybody be saying something about me, I was like, man, protect that man. Like when people be talking
Yeah.
crazy about that man, protect that man.
That's why.
Protect that man from negative energy.
Look where I'm about to go, right? Look where I'm about to go. So there's a lot of talking heads out here. We hear a lot of people with these narratives and their takes and opinions on Virgil, right? But right here, I got like
Man, come
two
on,
of the
man.
guys
Virgil
who,
is,
you know
he
what I'm
done
saying?
touched us in a way,
But right,
man.
look, that's what I'm saying. So I got all of us knew him, but I got two guys who was there from the beginning, right? And we always hear this guy's take. We always hear the New York guy's take on Virgil and who he was. Or
I think I
whatever.
say this the best, man. I'm sorry to cut you off, Twin, but I was just saying, because I said it at Virgil's funeral.
Yeah.
When I spoke at the funeral. I said, man, we can all say that we have this same sentiment, that Virgil was so loved across the board, it got on our nerves. So that's how we be like, man, Virgil, these niggas some lames, man. Why you gotta be showing them love too,
Right,
man?
right.
They used to be
So
bothering
listen.
me. I'd be like, man, Virgil, you got all these lames.
Nah, these niggas
But I
lames,
say,
though,
but I say,
but
man, you know what?
lames.
That's the thing about Virgil was so cool. He'd be like, nah, man, he cool. He know about
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
And the fact that Virgil had me see things like that, it made me be so mind opening, and it helped me grow.
Yeah.
It helped Ye. Not until Virgil came, I had Ye crew too tight. Cause I was all about this my man. I'm
Right.
protecting my man.
Right.
Like get these niggas away from here.
Yeah.
Virgil opened the doors a little bit, and he always opened the door to someone that had a creative point of view.
Okay.
And that's what I love from him. And to this day, I took that, I got that from Virgil.
Yeah.
I listen to people now. I let people give me their version of what it is. I genuinely listen to it. And I listen to it with the intent of getting something from it.
Yeah.
You know, like real
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
So, man, yes, it did get on my nerves sometimes. Like, man, these goofies Virgil got around. You know, I done said it to him plenty of times.
Yeah.
But Virgil would be like, nah, man, he cool. Like, he know
Yeah.
about this. He bring this to the table.
You know,
And if it wasn't
the
for
thing,
that openness, bro.
Yeah, I think the thing with Twin is what he's saying. The thing that's the worst, we don't have too many, because I think you don't do enough interviews. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion, just for what you are. We don't have too many voices that can give our perspective, you know what I'm saying? Without it seeming like, yo, he just went to Spring Street, you know what I'm
Right,
saying,
started
in
hanging
New
out in
York,
Soho,
and it was
yeah.
just y'all guys, you know
Now
what I'm
it's-
saying?
yeah, like,
You know what
no.
I'm saying? This is the reason really for this pod. I'm like you. I hate talking, hate being around it. I'm not gonna say hate talking, but the camera thing just not my thing. It's just the education, the proper education. I remember my guys. I remember when we met Virgil. You know what I'm saying? Virgil came through Custom Kings. You know what I'm saying? At J Boogie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to J Boogie. He's in the office with us and doing good teas and consequence and Taz teas. You know what I'm saying? For Sarah with Manop. For Manop, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, we don't even speak on that part because we never had that lane or that platform to really speak on the time we spent with him, you know what I'm saying?
That's why he was the coldest.
Yeah.
To go in and really genuinely want to learn from J Boogie.
Yeah.
Manop.
Yeah.
Ye.
Yeah.
And everywhere he went, he was a student.
Yeah.
And he took everything so serious.
Definitely.
Like, man, I'll never forget the first time we went to China, Virgil didn't go with us to go see the Great Wall. He stayed in the hotel working. And I was like, man, bro, you don't want to see the Great Wall of China? Nigga, there's some shit to see, bro. We out here in China.
Right.
And he was like, man, I'm just gonna stay. Wow. And I said, man, this man, so when people put in that to pay their dues and put in their work, they deserve it, bro.
No, dude,
Same with Ye. When we be at the Dragon Room, Ye wouldn't be at that Dragon Room.
He wouldn't be at the Dragon Room because
he was focused on, Ye wouldn't be with us.
Damn.
You know what I'm
I tell people this all the time. I said, man, Ye sat it out for years.
Yeah.
We'd be like, bro, we about to do this, we about to do this. Man, bro, I'm about to have my songs in the club.
Wow.
So true story. Look, I remember like it was yesterday. Manop called me at the gig and was like, twin, y'all always be fucking with us at the parties or whatever, man. We like what you do, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Want y'all come, you know what I'm saying? Come over and rock with us, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, doing what? He was like, man, we finna start this label, right? So they had the Go-Getters. Go-Getters was the first group. Go-Getters was the group. I didn't know who Kanye was, yo. I mean, but I knew so some of the shit like the Crazy Cat, the Derek Angeletti shit, the D-Dot shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just remember, right? He say hit Don up. I hit Don. Cool. He say, twin, hit Happy. Go grab these t-shirts. I go over Happy crib.
Oh, we got a movement.
So I go grab a gang of t-shirts, right? Go-getters. You know what I'm saying? This before hustle, before anything.
Right.
A bunch of go-getter t-shirts, right?
Yeah.
And I just remember like, man, I don't even know who these niggas is, right?
Right.
Because I had never seen Kanye.
Yeah.
But that's the marketing brand of Manop.
You know what I'm saying?
Manop was like, man, we gonna have more of a movement if niggas got on the tees. Because I don't know if you know we was doing that for GCI wouldn't play the record.
Okay.
Because I think their slogan today is where hip hop lives, but back then they wouldn't play hip hop.
They won't play it.
Now it's where it lives. But whatever. But I remember GCI, they wouldn't play our record.
Yeah.
But so we was like, oh, we gonna make these niggas play our record. So we had a movement.
Yeah.
We had people picketing at the radio station.
Yeah.
And then we at the club every night, every DJ gonna rock with us. And then we had the t-shirt. Cause we was like, we gonna hit it with, because we was just watching, you know, at the time, you know, I feel like definitely Happy played a lot of influence on this because he was doing promo for the record labels.
Fuck yeah.
So
Shout out to Happy,
we
man.
was just seeing like what worked, promo tees, and you know, that was that era, the street team, bad boy street team, picketing.
100%. Yeah.
We wanted to be like that.
Yeah.
And we was people, Rockefeller, we went to New York, they street team was driving the E-Class. We was like, oh, they on another level. See, y'all ain't know about that, young kids. Y'all ain't know about Rockefeller Street Team, 97, white E-Class with the Rock logo on it.
On the joint.
Wow. Hey,
crazy.
That's why y'all protect Dame Dash at all costs too. That man was a genius, boy. It still is. I ain't gonna take that from Dame. Dame had it popping, boy. He had it popping.
Yo, hold on, before you even do that, shout out to John Monopoly.
Absolutely,
we got you.
Always.
Because even speaking on that.
Now, John put me on, put Ye on, and put Virgil on.
Come on, man.
And John intentionally introduced me to Ye and Virgil. And intentionally, this I gotta tell y'all, Cole.
Yeah.
At 14, 15 years old, this man, John Monopoly, is like, man, I got a cousin, man. He into fashion. If he adds some shit to what you doing, Ye, you gonna be on another level.
Crazy.
That's what that put me with Ye. Was like, man, bro, teach him how to dress and get him on this, you know, man, like, cause he into that, but he just don't know what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Manop intentionally,
bro.
Like, bro, he was like, and then Manop, man, he got to be the coldest, man. Like, he put me with Ivan. Like,
Yeah.
yo, this nigga gonna have y'all looking right.
Hey,
Like
the
Manop's
code is
so
there.
intentional with it.
Manop was gave me the first look that hit blogs. You guys, I know Happy was with him. They took a picture together. They was at a Sarah party in New York. This man had on, I'm attention to details. Happy got on the white Bape G-Shock. Manop got on the hoodie I got with all the ducks all over it with a Burberry scarf tied around his waist. That picture went everywhere, and I'm like, thank you, Manop, for the man to just come in Custom Kings and be like, yo, this shit fresh.
let me flick
I'm wearing
that.
this shit to New York tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Manop, man.
Oh no, man.
Nah,
Look,
he intentional with it,
yeah.
and still
Yeah.
to this day, he
That's
be
love.
intentional. He be calling me like, yo, you seen this video director? Like he'll just had an idea 10 steps ahead.
Yeah.
No, he was a different type of kid, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
absolutely.
different.
And,
Like, yeah,
and such an integral part. But we gonna tell a story on that. So that's something we gonna do. We definitely I gotta tell the Manop full
You
like
do.
Manop. It's his story, but we working on some stuff right now to
Got
really
to.
get that out there because people need to know. Like Manop, one of them type of characters, like he just really a blessing to our culture.
Yeah.
And I feel like he don't get the flowers he properly
Agreed.
deserves.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, man.
So look, I had went there because we were speaking on like how these great minds don't really come outside like that, right? Because we were still talking about how Virgil wasn't like that's crazy. How you in China don't want to go see the Great Wall of China, but you sitting here thinking about, okay, I got to work on this shit here. I got to really get this going and figure this out, man. Like, dude was like, so whenever I sit back and think about it, because I've been in the retail space as long as you've been knowing me. And to see what things do, right? Like, it to me, it was just crazy to see what Off-White did.
Because you seeing it from its inception to
Yes.
now where it goes.
Yes.
Pop. You know what I'm saying?
I'm seeing everything. Like I'm
seeing it from Pyrex.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I'm seeing it from Pyrex. Because remember,
Yeah.
I sold I sold my Pyrex champion stuff for a gang of money.
Yeah.
Right?
And then the next
that
thing
I
you
got
see
from
Off-White,
RSVP. That I got from RSVP.
You see the revamp
too.
of Off-White.
Then I see the
Yes.
revamp, but I'm just like, but to see this, right? And the man was just a genius, Joe. Like, I ain't got nothing bad to say about the man at all. It was
Come
just,
on, he the coldest.
yeah, so like,
Definitely.
And brought I mean, it's another reason why Barney's closed. And I mean, like, it's like,
Come on, man.
tell y'all
Keep it
something
going.
crazy.
We sorry to keep making Barney's the butt of the jokes,
But it was just, it's real.
But Barney's is like, it represents the outlet of getting this. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that's what I think we mean by Barney's. I don't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
I don't want to get no text from like the owners of Barney's. Like,
No,
hey,
not
this
at
is my
all.
brand.
No.
We love Barney's.
Yeah.
so look, I'm gonna tell y'all. So what, like, so being in retail, like you sort of understand, like, okay, a house like LV, right? So when they make Virgil the menswear creative director, right? That's menswear. Can I tell y'all what he did for the whole brand?
Oh yeah.
Everyone know where I was at. I was in the, I work with women.
The whole sauce is now.
Listen, they up there coming in there in droves thinking that Virgil did this shit, thinking this is Virgil, right? And I'm watching it. I'm like, they made the most money that they've ever made selling clothes. Because LV is not a clothing company. They've only been doing that since Marc Jacobs got there in 97.
Right.
I tell people all the time, like, they only been making
It's a
clothes
bad company. Yeah.
damn near 30 years, if that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this was the, when they saw that, when Bernardo, when he saw that shit, he had to try to recreate it with Pharrell. Because this was something never seen before. Like, them people, and I tell people all the time, I'm like, y'all realize, like, hey man, this, like, Virgil understood the business of hype.
Absolutely.
And that's what I try to explain to people. Better than anything else, he understood the business of hype.
And he was geniusly telling us the story with the creation.
Yes.
I don't know if you noticed the tourist versus purist.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So cold.
The brand was like attracting the tourists and the purists. Like it was,
purists.
and the same people could rock. Now he brought them together.
Yeah.
He was like, I got the snobs with the have-nobs.
Bro, I remember the email of two things Virgil did. I got an invite to the first show. I was scared to still, that's the time I was still scared to fly to Paris. You know what I'm saying? It took a while for me to get on that plane that long, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm claustrophobic. And I'm like, I just can't do it. That was the illest shit ever. And when that man did one of, rest in peace, Timbuktu, fundraiser like concerts, And I'm like, man, we coulda, you shoulda. And he like, so I never changed my number, bro. I thought that was just the illest.
Never.
You know
I
what
tell
I'm saying?
people this story all the time. After the first show, right after the show, this is Virgil, his first Louis show.
Yeah.
He cried, hugging, yay. It's like
Yeah.
the first show. Right after we go backstage, kicking it, everybody celebrating Virgil. We leave the show, we walking out, man. And so I'm just walking, talking, and we tripping. Then Virgil like, man, let's get an Uber or something. I'm like, bro, Louis ain't get you no car. We just left the show. He was like, oh, I gave it to Shannon. And to me, that like embodies who Virgil is. Like this pinnacle moment, and he's not even thinking about no car service. He just one of the people.
Yeah, hanging with his guy.
Yeah,
man.
like oh
Yeah,
man,
just
bro,
wanted to hang with his guy.
like we just about to go. Like man, bro, that's why he deserved it.
Yeah.
Because he literally could handle it, and he deserved it. God don't make no mistakes. He gave Virgil that spot because Virgil deserved it and could handle it. And so, man, it's just you know, I'm getting a little emotional even thinking about Virgil because Virgil, man, I miss that brother. I think we all do.
Yeah,
we all
definitely.
miss his presence,
Yeah.
his good spirit,
Yeah.
his genius, his creativity.
Yeah.
I miss just bouncing ideas with him.
The man was a certified genius, man. Like it's just it's crazy. Yeah, but it was different, man.
The
It
man
was
made
different.
sure, I watched it so hard that he made sure every show you was all the way together, super stunned because he know you the illest nigga.
No,
And he
man.
like,
he
that's
really
just what
looked up
it
to
is,
you.
bro.
man.
He
No,
really
does.
did.
And you
look
know what
up
I
to
tell
you,
my
bro.
big homies,
Yeah.
man? The job for the people who got, you know, the benefits and got put on is just to tell a story. You know what I'm saying? This is about the J Boogies, the Emory Jones, the niggas that did solids. Y'all not supposed to go on the internet and be like, I did do.
Right.
It takes nothing away from me from giving niggas credit. That's why I'm always like, yo, me and Vandal was like, yo, no, it's Dime, bro. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch when you did post a little bit, it's Dime, bro. Like, it's Don, and it's a Chicago nigga. Like, we travel when we go to New York, and of course the New York niggas think they at DC. Nah, bro. Ain't nobody iller than Don. You know what I'm saying? And I get the saying, the top dudes ain't iller than Don.
When we moved to New York, that's why I appreciate like New York dudes that was there. I see like Jim Jones or something do an interview where he shouted me because that's my man, and he know it was just something we was trying to set ourselves apart. I was doing Jordans in New York, which Ye say that's how Jordans got on. Ye was like, man, that's how Jordan brand got on.
Period.
He was like,
Yeah, we
bro.
were wearing them, but we didn't think we was killing.
I was going,
like can
I
go
was
that.
hitting them Japanese kids like, man, I can get a pair of 6s, I get some 4s, I get some 5s, I get some 7s. And we was doing, then when Ye started getting photographed in them, that's when it took off. Cause people would always see them on me, but I wasn't on TV. You know what I'm saying? People like, man, bro, where you get them?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, man, and so me, you know, always the entrepreneurial spirit. Oh, I can get you a pair. You know what I'm saying?
No, so y'all made me go back and get them because Zo no, I told like, man, I didn't wear them in Chicago.
No.
I didn't wear mics because again,
Yeah,
everybody
when we
was
went to
wearing
New
mics. I
York,
went to
we
New York. I gotta
we
have
could
my
not do
mics.
mics.
Bro.
Cause it's like, oh, they don't
But
know
look,
the
I don't know
mics.
if I ever told you this, man. So when I first went to Paris in 2004, me and Lino, man, and walking around, we telling people, oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We from Chicago, whatever, right? Oh, you know Don C? You know Don C? And I'm like, oh, these niggas global. But this was 04.
Damn.
This was 04.
It be
This was,
tripping me out when people be know. I be like, man, bro.
this was like, and I'm like, no, niggas really, and I hate to keep, but they know who y'all are. They knew
And
what y'all was doing.
Shout out to the Paris. Shout out to even like European culture altogether for having that open spirit.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they take what we do so serious. Like they study it. Like it's a school course
No,
or
so,
something.
like they embrace the culture because I'm telling you, in London also they was like, I'm telling you, we went to a store probably nice. I don't know, but this dude named Magdi.
Yeah. Sneaker guy.
Yeah, sneaker
I
guy.
know him.
He was like, oh, you know Don C? I'm like, yeah, I know.
I know him before everything. And you know, I had to say, like,
That's
I
how
built
Homegirl was.
my
yeah.
network of trying to break Ye off of Sneaker Connect. Like when Ye first mixtape that Get Well Soon,
Yeah.
I was hitting all my eBay sneaker head dudes.
Wow.
Like, man, I got an artist I'm trying to break now,
Yeah.
man. And they all to this day be like, bro, I remember the first Kanye. He was like, I remember I bought a pair of shoes for you. You put the mixtape in the shoes. And I was like, what's this? And he was like, we got it. And then like a little while later, we was like, man, we heard the dude.
So let me ask you this: was your moment? I know you had a ton of big moments, but was the biggest moment? Because this is when I was just like, Don went crazy when that Blue 2 dropped, man. Was that like?
I mean, that was big because it was a Jordan.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was like, man, I can't even believe Jordan brand rocking with me.
Yeah.
You know, and how it happened was very just God blessing me. You know, I got the opportunity to design a shoe for charity. So it was just something very under the radar.
A one.
It was a one.
I remember.
And
Yeah.
people, and at that time, me just trying to do some storytelling, this was 2012 or something. So it was the 38th anniversary of Black History Month.
Yeah, I remember.
So I was like, let's do 38 pairs, celebrating this year's the 30th anniversary of Black History Month. Man, we put that shoe on like an eBay auction, and they start getting like 4, 5, 6 racks of shoe. So people at Nike's like, how do they know who you are? Like, who? Like, man, like, bro.
Yeah.
Like, how people, this shoe going crazy. They was
Yeah.
like, they couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I think like people in the sneaker community kind of respect me or something. Cause I didn't know either. I was like, man, I don't know how even people know me.
So
Right.
we got beat for $1,500. Me, Kush, and Lino. It was on eBay. 3 pair. We saw
For the Blues?
For the Blues, yo.
Oh boy, that's the first
What
time I
happened-
ever hit Don phone.
Look, I hit Don. Look, Mark was supposed to hold my pair. Mark supposed to hold my pair at RSVP. I'm like, this nigga,
Of
hold my
course not.
shoes, man.
Of course not. Yeah.
So we go on eBay,
Uh-huh.
shoot them to $1,500. Boy, they sent back empty boxes, sir. Of
Oh, y'all got
boy, we got beat. Now when I say we got beat, we got beat.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
but do me a favor, Zo.
Yeah.
Pull that over here, Joe. So just so they can see the detail, so they can understand what he really did. No, not these.
The twos.
Them right there, right? That bag though. The bag.
Where's the bag?
No, right here. Nope. The bag you got it on. Now tell people what you really did when you did that, man.
Oh man, you see what it is, man. And I think at the time it's so like, you know, whatever, man. But I basically was like, man, I took a Chanel purse. I just saw the purse. I was like, man, the quilting on this, I want to smack it on the two. And they was like, word? And then even at the time, I had to say shout out to my man Jason Maiden, shout out to G-Mo Wong, these brothers at Jordan Brand. They was the ones that was like, yo, our factory not gonna get this. They was like, we just start working with the factory that make the Balenciaga arenas. So I know y'all talking about them.
Yeah.
The arenas was that was Balenciaga before
Of course.
Demna Balenciaga.
Right.
Absolutely.
So man, them arenas, they was like, we got the factory that do the arenas, we gonna take that to them. So I gotta say, even shout out from a production standpoint, they was like, yo, and so I think it was the first time that we was really looking at a basketball shoe or a sneaker saying like, yo, we want this joint to feel like a luxury brand. And that's what I was trying to do pre a Dior Jordan or pre the Louis Air Force Ones. That's what I always dreamed of, but like Louis Air Force One or
Right.
Louis Timberland or,
Word.
you know, like Louis Durag or something
Yeah,
like that. That's
no
just
doubt.
like
Yeah.
the juxtaposition of let me take this item from our culture in the streets, but do a luxury version of it.
Right,
You know,
definitely.
that's what the $150 is.
Absolutely. I don't think it's a person in the world that reps that more than you.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? Which is another thing. Like, what's going on? With you working with Mitchell and Ness right now, right?
Absolutely.
What's
Always,
going on with that?
man. Man, Mitchell and Ness, that's been a brand that I've been in a love affair with forever.
Yeah.
You know, I like when I started Vintage Jerseys, honestly, it was actually just haters from Chicago where we breed.
Yeah.
And these my people. Not knowing, you know, it's a competition thing in Chicago. So I
Yeah.
think back then I was getting real popular selling the throwbacks.
Right.
And so, but I didn't have a brick and mortar store.
Right.
I was just hustling out my car and on my website.
Yeah.
And so I think other entrepreneurs in the city was going to Mitchell and Ness like, yo, and they was not getting approved for their account.
Right.
So subsequently, what do Chicago people do? Kind of like
Yeah.
dry snitch,
Yeah.
you know,
Look,
like,
I heard
like,
what
man,
happened, I ain't gonna
Don
lie.
C out here with them in the streets and y'all ain't giving me an account. And I'm like,
Look,
bro.
I heard what happened. I know who we talking about,
So-
and they bogus for that. You know what I'm
So
saying?
people was hating, but that hurt my heart. But guess what? My relationship with that company rekindled when I came with the hats.
Yeah.
And then it's only strengthened since then.
Yeah.
Well, the last thing, because this shit is so epic, man, and I don't want it to stop, but eventually the tape gonna stop.
Right, the tape
What you
running
got
out.
going on with the Chicago Bulls, man?
Man, okay. Man, I've been with the Bulls. This will be my 4th season with the Bulls. We got some good young boys this season. You know what I'm saying? We revamping the team to be young. So I think that young energy is also going to open the door for us to do more culturally relevant stuff because the actual players are the culture we speaking to.
No doubt.
And it's the first time I think that a lot of times like players, it's even a mentality of guys living out in the suburbs and everything. Now the young players, they want to live in the city. That's why the team brought the Advocate Centers right across the street from United Center.
Yeah.
They ain't got to go out to the burbs,
That makes
nobody
sense.
rehearse.
No
and,
doubt.
I mean,
makes sense.
practice and everything.
Yeah.
So I think just be on the look for really positive, good things happening with the Bulls this season on and off the court. And man, I don't have to plug what I'm doing, man. We just
Right.
we live in this,
Look,
bro.
man,
So
it's
I
just-
appreciate
it's just
y'all
dope,
bringing
man.
me to
Listen,
y'all.
Nah, you here, bro. You here for a reason, man. Like we use the goat emoji. I just way too much and it kind of gets corny, man. You got people that people like myself that when you're not in the room, man, I'm gonna bring up Don, man, because I think even when we talk about Jordan or anybody, is if they're not rocking with you, then it's just hate. Because I've never known you to be negative, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never been a different dude. It's always been love. So if they not rocking with you, it's just some personal shit for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I just feel like, man.
But that's human beings.
Yeah.
We're human beings. We
It's-
imperfect, so we gonna do
Yeah.
imperfect stuff.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I'm saying?
not here on this podcast, you know what I'm saying? You one of the illest, man. When we came up with this idea, your name was on the mood board, you know what I'm saying? It was first like, bro, we need Don. I
Well,
knew that
I'm
it's
honored,
not
man.
too much that you do. I knew it had to be up to your liking and your taste.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Which is more important.
And
you know what
I
I'm
just
saying?
appreciate y'all bringing me on y'all have a just something to share on y'all outlet. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yes,
And this is
sir.
a fresh ass outlet. To
Thank
have
you,
something
brother.
to
Listen,
share on.
man.
So I
Thank
rock
you.
with y'all brothers. I know y'all gonna be doing it big.
on,
So
man.
just remember me, man, when y'all celebrate.
Hey, man, we might have something for you, man. We might look, man. You know,
Remember your boy when
Hey,
we
man.
celebrate,
Hey,
you
man,
know
hit
what
my
I'm saying?
assistant,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Hey, yo.
Shout
Get my
out to the
people.
plug too, you know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying?
We got all the people in here,
Yeah.
man. You see everybody up there. You know what's
boom,
going on.
boom. Y'all see what
You know
it
what
is?
I'm saying?
Hey, yo.
Honoring my dog.
Come on, man. It's
always.
only right,
Always.
man. The aesthetics is just for us.
That's
This ain't no
it.
commercial shit, man. This is going to wrap it up, man. We appreciate y'all. Peace.
Thanks for having us.